Amsterdam, a city of canals, coffee shops, architecture and art. Nathan, Niels, and Julius traveled to Amsterdam to discover more about this fascinating country. The city of Amsterdam is the beautiful masterpiece of the Netherlands. A staple that both tourists and locals love are the canals. It is common for locals to sail around the canals all day just enjoying life. It is almost as common for locals to take a picnic on their boats as it is for a family to have a picnic in the park. Many a boat owner would love to be able to spend all their time just drifting along the peaceful canals. Tourists almost always have a fascination with the canals, especially if they've never been to Europe before, as it is incredibly rare to see them anywhere else in the world. Tourists do have to mind the time of year though, as during the winter months it is common for bitter cold winds to race along the waters. One thing that the tourists and local communities can agree upon is a love for the beautiful architecture in the city. With some of the oldest buildings dating back to the 13th century, it is a common sight to see both locals and tourists lounging in parks and squares, just admiring the beautiful feats of human ingenuity. Something all tourists must do is rent a bicycle and tour along the streets. Tourists do have to be careful though, as 63% of the 1.6 million people of Amsterdam travel on bicycles every day. This massive amount of cyclists creates the most densely populated cycling city in the world. Many tourists take for granted that Amsterdam is not just a tourist city and forget that many locals have a 9-to-5 job. This often causes locals to be in a rush. In order to avoid causing frustration, tourists should try to go fast while moving, and if they want to stop for a photo op, they should try to pull away from the bike lanes. A common misconception that tourists have is that all locals are stoners and frequent the shops often. This could not be farther from the truth. The average local uses soft substances less often than people in countries where they are illegal. The tolerance of legal substance use in Amsterdam has always been a staple with tourist communities. Though in recent years, there has been major legislation against the usage, and there has even been proposed bans on substances. Locals loathe the restrictions as they are shutting down businesses and restricting their freedom. This push is only being made as the leaders of the country do not like that Amsterdam is seen as a marijuana country. Amsterdam is one of the best places in the world and is definitely a place to visit once in your life.